Welcome to Man Utd Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Manchester United transfer news and rumours. Our first news is Andre Onana left Manchester United on loan, heading to Trabzonspor this summer, but the goalkeeper has every intention to return after seeing his form improve in Turkey. Andre Onana is enjoying huge benefit from his loan spell away from Manchester United, but still plans to return to the Premier League side when his stint in Turkey is over. The Cameroon goalkeeper was surprisingly let go by the Red Devils after deadline day as they sanctioned a move to Trabzonspor, who are covering his £170,000 weekly wages in full. A new environment looks to be paying off for the goalkeeper, who endured a difficult 2 years at Old Trafford. Signed by Erik Ten Hag, his time in Manchester was defined by high-profile errors that often led to goals. His position came under threat when he didn't start the year as number 1 and Ruben Amorim opted to sign Sen Lammens late in the window. However, the Sun reports that Onana is feeling the love in Turkey and that is helping him rediscover his best form. Those close to Onana admit the goalkeeper was mentally low after 2 challenging seasons. The ex-Inter Milan number 1 feels more relaxed and has regained confidence at Trabzonspor, who are second in the Turkish league behind champions Galatasaray, and they are exploring the possibility of signing him on a permanent basis. Onana's intention though is to make a return to Manchester, where he will hope to re-establish himself as their number 1. The goalkeeper privately accepts he struggled at United, despite often coming out to defend his actions and his record, even if he was dropped by Amorim last term. His last appearance for the Premier League side came as they were beaten on penalties by Grimsby Town in the Carabao Cup. The loss at Blundell Park is one of the lowest points in recent memory, with Onana making another blunder and struggling to stop any spot kicks. Amorim confessed that a change of scenery was best for all involved. He said, "We saw Andre had a very, very good season at Inter. The quality is there. But we are in the club and sometimes, in the moment, things can get harder and harder. You can be really experienced, but in this club, the pressure is sometimes so hard on every detail. I think we understood that this needed a change. Sometimes it's hard to point why. It's the performance, the moments. The bad luck in some moments was hard on him, was hard on us. Our thinking is to have a change in the goalkeepers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more breaking Manchester United news and updates. See you in the next one. Our second news is Man United player ratings so far, with 2 8/10 stars shining and new signings place at risk. Manchester United sit in mid-table after an inconsistent start to the new season, which has seen them win 3 times, lose as many and register 1 draw. Manchester United have suffered a roller coaster start to the new Premier League campaign, with 3 victories, 3 losses and 1 draw, leaving them languishing in mid-table. After the club's worst-ever Premier League season in 24-25, and a summer spree which eclipsed £200 million, there were hopes for a quick start to ease pressure on Ruben Amorim. Victories against Burnley, Chelsea and Sunderland have been overshadowed by disappointing losses to Arsenal, Manchester City and Brentford, alongside a stalemate at Fulham. With the second international interval of the campaign now here, chief Manchester United writer David McDonnell examines how United's squad have performed so far. Goalkeepers. Altay Bayındır 6, didn't cover himself in glory in the defeats to Arsenal and Burnley, but looked much better in the defeat to Brentford. Now appears to have lost his place. Sen Lammens 8, delivered a composed first appearance in the 2-0 victory over Sunderland last weekend and looks likely to retain his position ahead of Bayındır moving forwards, controlled his area, comfortable with both feet, reasonable ball distribution and appears to be a dependable choice between the sticks. Luke Shaw 6, has experienced an up and down start to the season. Criticized by Roy Keane for stealing a living after a below-par showing in the 3-0 derby thrashing at Manchester City, was outstanding versus Chelsea, disappointing once more at Brentford and improved against Sunderland. Needs to find some consistency. Harry Maguire 6, like Shaw, he's had a mixed start to the season. Despite a solid performance in the victory over Chelsea, he was at fault for Brentford's first goal in United's 3-1 defeat and was subsequently benched for the Sunderland win. He's struggling to secure a spot in United's preferred back 3. Matthijs de Ligt 8, the most reliable defender for United this season, and has played every minute of the season so far. Whether centrally or on the right of a back three, De Ligt's defensive prowess and positional awareness have been standout features. Lenny Euro 7, he's carved out a role as United's top choice on the right of a back three, so it's baffling why he started the matches against Chelsea and Brentford on the bench, only to be brought back for Sunderland. He remains cool under pressure and skilled with the ball. Diogo Dalot 6, kicked off the season at right wing-back and set up Mbeumo's goal in the Burnley win, but an injury saw him miss the City and Chelsea matches. He returned to the starting lineup at Brentford, where 2 of their 3 goals came from his side. 2 inconsistent. Patrick Dorgu 5, despite starting 5 of United's 7 league games, he's yet to prove himself as a left wing-back. His final delivery needs work, and despite having more touches in the opposition box, 12, than any other player in the Manchester derby, he failed to capitalize on them. Noussair Mazraoui 6, currently on the injury list and has only managed 2 Premier League starts. United are certainly feeling the absence of his physical presence and ball-playing skills from the back. Aiden Heaven 5, limited to a mere 3 minutes in the Premier League and 64 minutes in the EFL Cup exit at Grimsby. Struggling for game time with a lack of fixtures. Midfielders. Casemiro 6, his reckless fouls resulted in a red card just before halftime in the victory over Chelsea, cancelling out United's one-man advantage after Robert Sanchez's early dismissal. Amorim's lack of faith in Mainoo and Ugarte has seen him get the nod, but his recklessness in challenges is worrying. Bruno Fernandes 6, he hasn't looked comfortable or effective being deployed in a deeper midfield role alongside Casemiro, rather than his preferred advanced position, where he can have a greater impact on the attack. Missed 2 of his last 3 penalties for United. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more breaking Manchester United news and updates. See you in the next one. Our last news is Man United star signed by Erik Ten Hag targets January exit as key transfer detail emerges. Joshua Zirkzee is reportedly considering his future at Manchester United after growing frustrated with his lack of game time under Ruben Amorim so far this season. Joshua Zirkzee is reportedly considering his future at Manchester United ahead of January. The forward arrived at Old Trafford in the summer of 2024, when former manager Erik Ten Hag was at the club, from Bologna in a transfer worth up to £36.8 million, €42.5 million. Zirkzee has netted 7 goals in 53 outings for the Red Devils, although he's yet to score this campaign. Ruben Amorim has not given the Netherlands international a single start for United this season, with his 3 Premier League appearances and 1 Carabao Cup outing all coming from the bench. Consequently, it's suggested that Zirkzee is reconsidering his future at the club. The Daily Mail have reported that Zirkzee is mulling over a departure from United during the January transfer window, having grown frustrated with his limited role in the matchday squad this season. The report suggests that Zirkzee is eager to secure his place in the Netherlands squad for this summer's World Cup and, therefore, is exploring a move away from United in January to maximize his chances of selection. Juventus and PSV Eindhoven are cited both in the report as having previously shown interest during the summer window, although it's unclear whether either club could be a potential destination from the new year. Napoli also reportedly had an interest before turning their attention to signing Højlund instead. United approved the departures of Marcus Rashford, Højlund, Jadon Sancho, Antony and Alejandro Garnacho during the summer transfer window as they overhauled their attacking options. Whether Zirkzee will part ways with United in January or reclaim his spot in the starting 11 before the new year remains to be seen. Despite being brought on board as a striker, Zirkzee frequently stepped into the number 10 role last season following Amorim's arrival as head coach. However, the additions of Benjamin Sesko, Mateus Cunha, and Bryan Mbeumo to the squad, coupled with Mason Mount's impressive form, has seen Zirkzee tumble down the pecking order. United's next match will see them travel to face bitter rivals Liverpool in the Premier League, on October 19, after the international break, and it remains to be seen if Zirkzee will get any minutes, or a start, in the fixture at Anfield. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Man Utd Transfer HQ, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors.